Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Penapple and today I'm building a base game family home. This was requested by one of you guys, so I thought I would get around to it. If you're interested in this build, you can download it off of the gallery. My origin ID is penappleYT. This ended up being a 6-bedroom home. It's like, I think maybe 300,000 simoleons. I didn't check the price, I'm sorry. And it's on a 30 by 40 lot in Magnolia. No, is that what it's called? I forget. I don't play The Sims at all, so I... Could you even imagine me trying to pretend like I haven't played The Sims for like over 1,000 hours? It just wouldn't even work, because that's just my sad life. Anyways, but yeah, so sorry that this is a little bit late. There was a whole thing. If you want, you can go look on Twitter, but really I did this really last minute, and basically I was like, okay, it's Thursday, I need to get it built up by Saturday, you know, let's build that base game build that you've been meaning to do. And so I got started, and then all of a sudden I'm building a 6-bedroom home and I don't have enough time to do that, but I just kept building it. So anyways, I have mixed feelings about how this one turned out. Like, I like it, but at the same time I don't, if that makes sense. Like, there are definitely some parts that I like, but the base game, it got to me. Like, there were definitely some points where I was just like, curse you, base game, curse you. I was shaking my fist at the sky. You couldn't see that, but that was what was going on. But I think my favorite part about this is the exterior of the house, for sure. I think it looks really interesting. I really like how it turned out. It was more when I got to the interior that I had issues, but I feel like this build definitely grew on me. Like, when I finished this build, I was like, thank goodness we are done. I don't ever want to use any objects from the base game ever again. No, nothing from the base game anymore. But yeah, but now I've grown to like it a little bit better. I've mellowed out. But yeah, you can see I did actually something kind of different than I usually do. I actually figured out where I wanted to put the stairs first, because I had this front of the house. I really liked how that looked, and the back was completely undecided, and I was like, well, okay. I almost always have this issue where when I build a house, I have no idea where to put the stairs. Sorry. I drank coffee before this, milk latte coffee, and my throat is mad at me now. I don't know why I did that. I knew I was gonna record. That was actually the plan. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for a walk, I'm gonna get Starbucks, and then I'm gonna record. And so I don't really know why I didn't quite make that thought process of the coffee before recording isn't necessarily the best thing, because your voice gets all funny and burpy and blah. Anyways, I forget even what I was talking about. I guess the layout for the stairs. Yeah, usually I just have a really hard time figuring out where to put it. So this time I figured out where I wanted the stairs first, and then I actually went with it. Was that even interesting? Was that like an actual thing that I needed to say? Sometimes I wonder. I can be a bit of a Captain Obvious, like... yeah, a lot of times I feel like my stories are like really long and windy and I get distracted, and when I finally come back to the point, it's like, wait, that was where you were going this entire time? Anyways, but yeah, my favorite part of this house is actually the backyard, and this little thing I'm working on right here, I originally thought it would be like a sunroom, but it ended up being the living room, or not the living room, the dining room, and I like how it turned out. I would have liked it better if we had more curtain options, which you'll see in the beginning, but yeah, also, like, I guess you call it a turret, the sort of sticky out part. I end up changing the windows on that, but I don't show you guys. I actually completely colored the outside of the house, and then I recolored it. And I started on the landscaping and it was trash. It just looked really bad. Like, I can't even, like, the landscaping looked so bad. So I did cut out all that stuff. I also ended up cutting how I did the layout of this house, just because this build took a while. And I originally was trying to get it up yesterday, but that didn't really end up working out. I'm talking too fast, aren't I? I always talk too fast. Oh gosh. Okay. Breathe with me. Don't do that actually though, because you'll hyperventilate. That's kind of like my natural state. Oh look, it's magic. That actually looks kind of cool. But I also decided to start on the landscaping here. Usually I do the landscaping towards the end, but lately I've kind of like doing it first, because then when I get to the end, I'm a little less tired, because landscaping is exhausting for me. And so I only showed like bits and parts of this just because there was a lot of symmetry and repetition. But I did try and go with a more sort of natural looking landscaping. And I do like how it turned out. Like, there was some trial and error. It looks a little messy in my opinion, but I think it's okay. Also, this is fun. There was a point where I just was like, I had one spot left to landscape, like where that like pirate ship is, and I couldn't decide whether or not I wanted a pirate ship there. I ended up not going with a pirate ship just because I felt like it ruined the aesthetic. But if you want to put in a pirate ship, you can go for it. I just didn't want that in my screenshots. That's the only reason why. But yeah, so right about where that went, I wanted to put in some landscaping, and I had no idea what to do, and I was trying to figure out the layout, and then I just ended up writing no with a terrain paint tool. And then I posted a picture of that to Twitter, and I was like, me with landscaping right now, and that thing got real popular. People really liked that. And I was just like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people know the landscaping paint. Anyways, you'll see that eventually. I even slowed it down a little bit just to get the point across. One of my YouTube friends, Gavin Sims, was like, you did not just do that for Twitter. And I was like, no, I did it for YouTube. But it got really popular on Twitter, so I might as well have done it for Twitter. But this is like this little, kind of like a gazebo thing. I didn't even try and go with the traditional hexagonal shape, mostly because I want my hexagonal roofs now, please. I don't want to wait until they do the update before the Pets expansion pack. I want it now. So I'm boycotting hexagonal shapes until then. That's not true at all. I just watched, like, the next build is going to be all hexagonal shapes, and I'm going to spend like 8 hours like trying to figure out hexagonal roofing without actually having hexagonal roofs. That just sounds like me. Like, I feel like I make a lot of hard work for myself when I don't necessarily need to do that. I just kind of do. But yeah, I do like how the little gazebo turned out. Oh, here it is. It's coming. Look, I'm so funny. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot less funny. I feel like it's less funny now that I have explained the joke to you. Like, I like to do that sometimes. Like, sometimes, like, if I tell a joke and I feel like it's not as well received as I want it to be, I will go into great detail in explaining why it's funny. Like, especially, like, a pun. But also, this hasn't happened too often, but, like, every once in a while, like, once this dude made this joke. I can't even remember who the guy was or what the joke was, but it was extraordinarily sexist. And so at the end of the joke, I was just looking at him like, what even just dribbled out of your mouth? Like, what are you even saying? And so then I just like laughed really, really hard, like ridiculously hard. And then I was like, I get it, because women are inferior to men. That's so funny. Anyways. I don't even remember what the joke was, so I don't even know why I'm like telling this story. I'm in a mood, I guess. I've had a week, you guys. Also, this kitchen, I do love how this kitchen turned out. Really cute. It's probably my favorite part in the house, mostly because it kind of just looks like a real kitchen. I feel like my kitchens, I struggle with the layout of them, but I feel like this could actually be somebody's kitchen. And that makes me a little bit proud, because usually I feel like the kitchens are like too small or they're like oddly shaped, but this one, I feel like this could be someone's kitchen. Anyways, I've had a week. I don't know if I talked too much about this, but I am currently job hunting, and I just got a relatively overwhelming response. I wasn't expecting it, which is fantastic, don't get me wrong. It's also really exhausting. And so I got one invitation for a working interview, and I got 2 invitations for just a regular interview, and then one of those turned into they also want a working interview, and I've just like been working like all over. Like, I've just been like going to different places, and like I get there and they like show me what to do, and then I do it all day and they judge me. That sounded kind of bad, but that's what happens in a working interview. So I've been doing that like all these, like, so many days, and I'm just tired. And I also, it was my friend's bachelorette party, which is a lot of fun, and it didn't get too crazy like I was worried. It was actually pretty tame, honestly. I still won't go into details because this is, like, I guess a family channel. I don't even know. Either that or I don't want to get demonetized. I wouldn't want to lose the 10 cents that I make on these videos. You guys, I make so little money on these. I don't mind because I'm just doing this for fun. But, like, if you ever think that YouTubers make a lot of money, like, it's not true. No, not true at all. But anyways, what was I even saying? I am hyper today. That makes it fun though, right? I get a lot of comments that make me really happy when people are like, wow, your voiceovers are just, like, really fun to listen to. And that makes me happy because I like to think that I'm a fun person. That was actually what somebody asked me. Like, they're like, what, in my interview, they're like, oh, what are some of your positive traits? And I'm like, I like to think that I'm a fun person. I don't even know. Oh my goodness, I can't do interviews. I get really nervous. Like, oh my gosh. So when I walked into that interview, the person asked me, oh, so where did you go to school? And I started saying the wrong school. And then I stopped, said, that's not correct. I'm sorry. I'm nervous. And then I corrected myself. I don't know why anyone would want to hire me, but maybe it's because of this fun personality that I'm talking about. But we have lost track of what we were talking about. At least I have. Maybe you guys haven't. You guys probably... I might drive people insane. Maybe, just with how off topic I get. But this living room actually turned out pretty cute. It's a little bit simple. This whole house, I tried to kind of stick with this, like, blue color scheme, and I do like that. It is kind of nice, I think, when the houses match their exterior. I also don't like it when they get too matchy, but, like, I did want this house. I wanted a really suburban feel for this house, just because it is so big, and I feel like the base game is really well suited to suburban type houses. That and hyper modern, like, there's kind of no in between with the base game. Like, I don't know, it's just so base game. And where are my swatches? Like, why don't those curtains come in a white color? Why do they only come in cream? Like a very, very yellow cream color too. Like, it's not, I'm complaining. But anyways, I did this trick with the books twice. Just a key tip, I don't know if anybody has, I'm sure somebody's mentioned it, but a really easy way to put, like, a lot of books or something on there without having to press the 9 or 0 key to adjust it is to just pull out whatever, like, if you're gonna put it on a table, just pull out a table, set the book on it, let it go, and then pick it back up, and it will stay in that spot if you have moved objects on, or I mean, it'll stay at that height, and so you can just, like, then slot it in. So it saves some time of, like, trying to get them all to the same height. So yeah, I don't know if that's helpful for anybody. But when I was building this house, or after I built this, I realized that I did this book trick. And I did it twice, and there are a lot of books. But there's only 2 bookcases in this house, and they're only in the children's rooms. I just find that a little bit funny. Like, they have all of these books, but no bookcases except for, like, the kid bookcases. But anyways, this house actually has 2 toddler bedrooms, which is a little sad because I really, really, really wanted to use some of the new toddler stuff, especially outside. Like, that little slide, I feel like it's just going to be quintessential to a lot of my builds, just because it's, like, nice and little, you know, like a little play object. We need more little objects, you know, that the Sim kids can use that are still kind of more interactive, because, like, the monkey bars, they're not too big, but, like, the play sets and the jungle gym sort of type things, those are huge. You need a lot of space for those. But yeah, I also did try and go with more, I guess, traditionally masculine rooms, at least for the toddlers. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I just kind of went with the bedrooms. It was, I think I was kind of at this point definitely resenting the fact that I was only using base game. I got really, like, I guess I would say pissy about it. I don't know, like, maybe not that strong of a verb, but I was just really like, but I want to use this. And so I don't even know. It's part of that mood. I've just been in a mood and I've had a week. So like capital mood and capital week. Just like I've been in a mood and I've had a week. And it's been a roller coaster ride. But we're all good. We're all good. Oh, I love this. I love doing this. This little chair where I put something on it. I don't know why. I've said this before because I've done it before. But having a chair that just has random stuff on it, that's just like my life. Like, that's like almost my aesthetic. Mostly because it's just so realistic to me to have a chair that you don't use and you just put stuff on it instead of like actually using it as a sitting surface. You're just like, no, this is just a regular surface now. This is just storage. But yeah, I did 2 walk-in closets in this build. Nothing super duper interesting or fancy or anything that hasn't been done before, but I did like this one. I thought it was pretty cute. And this bedroom, yeah, oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to tell you. Unfortunately, my favorite bedroom in the house, I forgot to film it. It's downstairs. And it's just got really nice yellow and orange colors, and it's really bright and cute, and I forgot to film it, which is really sad. It makes me sad. But, yes, I kind of did like a master bedroom, and then I have 2 bedrooms that have full-size beds, and 2 bedrooms that have single beds, and then 2 bedrooms that have toddler beds. Is that right? Am I counting correctly? Have I forgotten how to count? Probably. I honestly wouldn't put it past myself to have forgotten basic math. Oh my goodness. But, ugh, we are here today. Sorry, I had to like cut that and then like pop back in because I had a really horrendous burp. And usually I don't mind, but that one was like gut-wrenching, and I thought I would spare you guys that one. Like, usually I'm just kind of like, oh, it's just a little burp, you know, it's fine, everybody burps. This one was just like kind of like monstrous. So anyways, I do know what I wanted to talk about though. I can't believe I forgot. I really can't believe I forgot. I guess because it's moving so slowly now, but I am currently only 5 subscribers away from 2,000 subscribers. Oh my god, that's crazy, you guys. It's a little funny to me though, because like it always slows down right before the milestones, and I don't know if that's just because like they hold like more significance so you notice it more, or if they actually just do slow down. But I've been gaining like almost over 10 subscribers a day, which is crazy. Can't even. And then it's just stopped and I slid down to like 1 subscriber a day, and I'm like, I mean, that's cool too. But I am so close to 2,000 and I don't have any plans. Kind of like how I turned 24 recently. It's kind of just like a number, you know, like, you know, maybe if I hit 5,000, I might do something for that one. But like, you know, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just odd, the significance that we assign to numbers, which are basically just random. Like, you know, because like when you're growing up, you know, like, especially in the teen years, you know, like you hit 16 and it's like, oh, you're sweet 16. And then you hit 18, and in America at least, you're considered to be an adult. And then you're past your teens, and then all of a sudden you're 20 and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not a teenager anymore. And then you're 21 and you can do super fun extra adult things like stuff. And then I forget when it is that you can rent a car. And in the US, they're like, you're not allowed to rent a car unless you're a certain age, which is a little odd. But I've actually rented a car when I was like 22, I think. But I think they also have special circumstances because my car died. That's a fun story to tell. So I was just driving home, and I was going up a hill, and all of a sudden there was my car like shuddered. Like it just like shuddered, but it kept going, and I was like, that was really weird. So I pull into like the parking lot, and there's no spaces, of course. So I am like, okay, I'll just turn around. So I park on the end, and then when I put my car in reverse, it wouldn't move. And so all of a sudden, my car will only go forward, and I've parked in front of a wall. Oh my goodness. That was like crazy. Like it was really weird. But anyways, it was just like well, it wasn't just, but it was the transmission, which is kind of a big deal, and that was an issue. But I did end up renting this car, and I have I had a Chevy, and so at the dealership, because I took it to the dealership, the car that they like rented out to me like was a Chevy, but it was like an actual car, not a truck. And like I didn't even know they made those, because I had known nothing about cars, you guys. Like my friend, when she wanted to pick me up from the ferry, she's like, oh, I'm driving a silver this car, and I'm like, that means nothing to me. Like it means absolutely nothing. Like I can't even express how little that means to me. I'm just, oh my goodness, like I'm really bad at telling cars apart. But anyways, but it was like a space car. It was weird, and I couldn't figure out how to work the radio, and oh my gosh. Anyways, here's one of the toddler bedrooms. I keep wanting to call them toddles because that's like super cute, but like then I don't. But I do like how the color scheme in this room turned out. And so I think I didn't add any like baby carriages, no, cribs. Didn't add any baby cribs, but I do, those you could easily put in. And also with both of the toddler rooms, I did try and make it so that it would be easy to put in a full-size bed once they age up. That is something I try and think ahead of. But I did also wanted to have the toddler bedroom and that one sort of green room on the left right now. I wanted them to have a connected bathroom just because I've seen those, like friends had them growing up, and I always thought it was really cool. But because it was a toddler bedroom, I didn't want it to be connected to the bathroom that couldn't fit a full size or a tub, because toddlers can only be bathed in tubs. But here is that other book area. I spent way too much time on this, but we are rounding up. I really hope that you guys enjoyed that build and my extraordinarily hyper ramblings. If you did, feel free to give me a like, a comment, or subscribe. Maybe you can be my 2,000th subscriber. Wouldn't that be cool? Anyways, I hope you guys are all having a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!